Hi, everyone. Let's talk briefly about the common readings on your community. So, for the past 2 weeks, you've had these readings. The readings are designed to help you start getting your gears ready for the first assignment. So, I want to preface with you do not have to write your community profile on a community in the Midwest, in North Dakota, or in Minnesota. The purpose of these readings and why they're talking about these areas is because, of course, this is where UND is located. But you can choose any community that you would like to write a profile of. So, that being said, how do we use these readings? So, these readings were designed to, number one, give you an example and a few examples of what is considered to be great literature. Another, give you also some experience with reading the surveys and reading the charts and analysis that are being done to also give you some ideas of what strengths and challenges for rural communities that you might want to research as you're writing your community profile. Also, that idea of how you go about what happens as a college graduate and why college graduates leave certain places. But as a reminder, this is not designed for you to center your community profile on a place either in the Midwest, either in North Dakota, or in Minnesota. You can choose any community of your choosing. This is just to give you some examples of the different types of genres you will see. So the first one that you were to read was on the New York Times. This is what we consider to be great literature. It comes from the New York Times, is either newspaper or national magazine. The idea is for you to take away is to think about why college graduates leave the area that they in. Why do they migrate? So this could be because of the cost of living. This could be because of the idea and the lack of opportunity. This could also be because of the lack of demographics and the idea of different opportunities. So don't just consider that the opportunities that you may want to think about will be centered on jobs and economic only. There could be a lot of consideration. The next reading that you have was talking about the idea of another form of great literature, which comes from the Pew Research Center. And this was speaking on how Americans feel connected to their neighbors. So, one thing that you will see and one thing to consider is that when they're talking and speaking of their neighbors, not only are they talking about rural communities, they're also talking about suburban communities. What are the demographics? Who they consider to be neighbors? Who do the neighbors consider to be neighbors? Another thing to look at as you were reading this is to take a look at the charts and the graphs that are there and how might you use that in exploration of your own community that you're going to explore. One thing I want to draw your attention to is not only the idea of this being a pure Pew research, which is one that is considered to be non-biased and just really gives you the facts, is also to take a look at those links that are available that's available within the article that you can go to that says 31% of Americans say they knew all or most of their neighbors, and 52% in 2015 said that they trusted most of their neighbors. You may be able to click on those links and find some more information. One thing to consider about this article is that the demographics of the Americans that they poll were actually older Americans, older than 50. They have lived in that same neighborhood. They all have like the same political views. So think about the idea of diversity. What does the demographics looks like? They also probably live in suburban areas that have subdivisions. So think about this in terms if your community does not have subdivisions, what does those older communities look like without subdivision? These are all things just to get your gears grinding to think about what your research question will have. This was also Konzelman was another one that is actually a peer reviewed journal that comes from the W.E. Upton Institute research, but it's also a journal in which you will look at not only the information that's there, so you want to be able to define that research and what they're saying. Although this one was speaking specifically about the state of Michigan, how that might relate to your community, how might you go and find that information about your particular state? Another thing to think about is at the end here is looking at the references that they provide. There are links there, so the income segregation and intergenerational mobility across colleges in the United States, that might be a source you might want to look at, and they provide it for you. There are other ones that are there, like the labor market, signaling the value of college, evidence from resumes, and the truth. So think about this in terms of how might you use their references in terms of honing in on your own research. The next reading that you had was just talking about a report, was just a report on rural America at a glance. This one wasn't really assigned as a common reading, but it's also something that you can take a look at to help thinking about, not only because it is more relevant in terms that it's been since the 2020s, is thinking about how populations are looking, to think about your own community. Also, it also identifies different problems that rural communities are facing. So you can take a look at that as well. The next one we had was talking about rural. This one is gray literature, but it's more of an opinion piece. And this one is talking about what opportunities and what problems may arise in rural Minnesota. And although it's speaking about rural Minnesota, this could be anywhere in rural town USA. So just thinking about what might be that problem as you're looking for those problems and issues that you might want to think about for community action. Because part of your research topic and your research question is not only identifying the community, but also identifying that problem that you're going to eventually research. And then this one, the foray, the one you have for this week to read, this one is a really good one in setting up the different things that you can research for your own community. I want you to pay special attention to the page 24 where they have the different categories. These are different categories that you can address within your community profile to advise your audience on the different issues and the strengths and weaknesses of your community. How are their demographics? How do they break down? What about the religion, economy, education, cost of living, health, transportation? This one is focused on rural Iowa, but once again, it can translate to any rural community or small community that you're looking at. What you're going to do is create this profile of a community, looking at their strength and also what is challenging for them. So for example, transportation is the town walkable? Does it have public transportation? These are things you want to look at in terms of not only bringing to your audience, but also in terms of what could be a challenge or what could probably possibly be a problem that you want to explore later on. So this one is a really good one. And I would like to call your attention as a last thing to think about, not only the different things, so the community features, not only are they talking about safety, the idea of basic consumer group, how much does grocery cost? How can you get access to different services or commodities in that town? What about the education level? So take a look at each of these different things that they explore for Iowa and think about what you might need to do to research to find for your own community and find this information. The census is a good place to start. The Pew Research is a good place to start. The .gov websites are good places to start. I will have another video speaking on how you can go about researching this. But just think about it. How about the idea of movie and live performances? Are there cultural activities? Are there comforts there? How's the weather in the town that you're researching? All these things are things that you want to think about for your audience as you're creating a profile. The last thing I want to call your attention to is the last page and these resources. So these resources, they are free game. They are talking about Iowa, but there may be something in here that you may use as a reference for yourself that will talk about your own community and setting up your own community profile. So don't ignore the reference page at the end of, especially of any of the readings that you have for the common readings. One final note is that your common readings are available for you to use as well within your community profile. You just have to cite them and use them as a reference as well. There will be one more video from me probably this week about how to go about and how to start doing the research for your community profile. But as always, if you have any questions or concerns or need clarification on anything, please reach out and let me know. Email me if you need to meet with me. I have no problem with meeting with you, just making sure that you have clarity as to what you are expected and what is expected, and requirements for writing in this course, or even the understanding of the common readings. Other than that, have a great evening, everyone, and have a great week.